Jorge Linares, often referred to as the Golden Boy, has undoubtedly been one of my favourite offensive fighters of the past decade. With his graceful footwork, exceptional combination punching, and knockout power, Linares has consistently delivered exciting bouts, keeping fans at the edge of their seats. While his offensive skills have always been a standout feature, it's no secret that Linares' defensive capabilities and chin were often considered his Achilles heel at times. Yet, he managed to turn these weaknesses into a strength, using his offensive prowess as a counterbalance. As Linares has announced his retirement of his career, it's the perfect time to reflect on what we can learn from his journey. With world titles in 3 different weight divisions, he stands a testament to his remarkable achievements in the sport. In this video today, I'm going to delve deeper into Linares' career, his boxing style, and uncover the essence of a true boxer-puncher, exploring some of the technical aspects that made his offense truly beautiful at times. So on that note, let's get right into it. When you look at Linares' early career, you can tell he was destined for greatness. As an amateur, he boasted an impressive record of 89 for 5, claiming numerous national junior championships in his home country of Venezuela. However, Linares' path took a very unexpected turn. When at just 17 years old, he made the bold decision to relocate to Japan. This move was facilitated by Gilberto Mendoza, the president of the WBA, allowing Linares the chance to go pro. He would make his professional debut in Japan at 17 under the management of the famous Tiekin boxing gym. In 2002, he earned the nickname of El Niño de Oro, the Golden Boy, from his trainer at the time, Antonio Esparagoza, while Linares was also trained by Sindai Tanaka, a highly renowned trainer who was fluent in Spanish and had a reputation for his focus mitt training. Fantastic tutor to develop Jorge's terrific combination punching. And this relationship marked the beginning of a captivating career and filled with some remarkable achievements. Linares opened his career with a 27-fight winning streak that saw him claim titles at 126 and 130 pounds, and 2 impressive victories to become a 2-weight world champion.
The young fighter. And personally, I can't stop. He looks too good. He also has, Emmanuel, what I think of as subtle defensive skill, in the sense that you'll make contact with him, but you don't make solid square contact with him.
No, he's got good eyes, as we say in the business. Just enough to let you miss him. He doesn't make a lot of unnecessary moves, neither.
No, Jim. Part of the reason I think he can. Oh, what a right hand. That's the end of this fight. That's the end of this fight.
What a way to close the show.
Very
what a
impressive
stunning debut. What a stunning debut in America.
However, the road for glory was not without its setbacks. Despite Linares' marvellous offence that would become a calling card, cracks appeared, and in 2009, a Mexican, Salgado, blew him away in 73 seconds to claim Ring Magazine's Upset of the Year, hurting him with a devastating left hook to the temple. After losing his title, Linares decided to move up to the lightweight division, the weight where he would have the most success in his career. After a few wins, he would get his chance for the WBC vacant lightweight title versus the tough Mexican southpaw DeMarco, and in my opinion, a classic fight with back and forth action. Throughout, we saw the beautiful combinations and movement of Linares, who, for the first 5 rounds, exhibited his superior boxing skills, outlanding DeMarco 216 to 97 punches overall.
And then accurate pinpoint punches.
That's perfect form on the jab.
Perfect form.
That's
position.
perfect form on the right cross.
However, fate took an unfortunate turn as Linares suffered a major cut, and this opened the door for DeMarco to go all out with his relentless pressure and to target the cut on Linares' face, eventually leading to a TKO victory for DeMarco in the 11th round.
2 amazing shots by DeMarco. How did Linares stay up?
It's over.
And Raul Pais is going to stop the fight.
However, for me, this was a pivotal fight that served a testament to Linares' resilience and determination to fight through the adversity of the cut, and Linares would aim for the rematch, but once again, in his next fight, would end in sheer disappointment. A TKO loss in Mexico. These losses to fighters such as DeMarco and Thompson tested his resilience, but left his career in purgatory in his mid-20s. Even some at the time would say it was over for the golden boy of Venezuela. Linares was mentally broken. He'd been training with Freddie Roach at the time before those two defeats, making himself a name in America, training and sparring with Manny Pacquiao. But Freddie's focus was on the Filipino superstar, not the golden boy. However, despite this huge setback for Linares, he refused to stay down for too long, and fate would have it he needed a new trainer who would guide him in the right direction. Linares would then seek out the trainer Ismael Salas, who worked with over 20 world champions throughout his career so far, and he said the following about Linares and his situation. He's very dedicated, very technical, and very good. His skill is amazing. With Linares, because he started very early as a professional at 17-18, he just matured late, so people didn't see his real potential. Like Freddie Roach, who said he had a chicken heart and a glass jaw. He was using Linares to help Manny Pacquiao, but he did not train him properly. The poor boy had a dream, but he was too concentrated on Pacquiao. When he came to my gym, he was totally broke mentally. The turning point was in sparring, when I could see he was a little scared. I said, if you want to keep working with me, you have to kick his ass tomorrow, not the day after tomorrow. The next day, he knocked him out. It was the turning point. Boxing is in the mind. You can have very good fitness, very good technique, but if your mind is not right, by fight time, you can't do anything. It was from here Linares would be reborn, and he embarked on a remarkable 6-year, 13-fight winning streak, showcasing his confidence once again in the squared circle.
Yeah, win tonight. There's a good 1-2 by Linares, finished it up with a right hand. Round 1, Linares starts with the jab to the belly. That's a veteran move. You get the fighter's eyes to kind of look down a little bit. You come up top with the right hand. Perfect.
Right hand by Linares.
And he's got Terry in trouble against the ropes. Right hand that drops Terry.
WBC, lightweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros, el niño de oro de Venezuela, golden boy, Jorge Linares.
He get towards the end of the round, land a couple of big shots, and whatever confidence the other guy has built up, try to take it away from him. That's clever stuff. Yeah, he's trying the right hand again.
And getting through again, so saw the next two coming, got out of the way.
Oh, good body shot.
Left onto openings, a lot of upper body movement.
Oh, he's got it!
The big breakthrough comes from Mitchell, and Linares felt that. And Linares has a history of falling apart when he's hurt. He's up.
You put his punches together against a counter puncher, you got to put them together. But this has been a big round for him with a knockdown.
But now look at Linares coming back at Mitchell. And remember, Mitchell's put a lot into this fight, into this round. Can he launch himself once again? Linares staying well out of the way. Looking to be the with a big right hand, and Mitchell felt that, and he's in trouble. So Linares backs up, tries to measure it. Lands terrific combinations. Mitchell needs to get a response here because Linares is on top of him and bossing him. And this is dangerous times for Kevin Mitchell as Linares lets the punches flow.
King fighters a few rounds ago. Two real warriors we have now. But this is a big round so far for Linares. A huge round.
And he's got him again, and down he goes. Jorge Linares celebrates with his team. Kevin Mitchell could not have put any more into that.
A referee could not have allowed that to continue. Could not have allowed it.
Sağ direk geliyor. Sol kroşe. Sağ kroşe, sol aparkat ve yıktı sevgili izleyiciler. Müthiş bir aparkat. Yıkılıyor Anthony Crolla. Fena bir darbe aldı.
Politics of the country. Also affect the Jack. If you're a British fan, you can easily be a Linares fan also. He has a lot of English fans.
Wouldn't be the most massive upset in his career, but it would be an upset.
Oh,
down goes Campbell on a right hand by Linares. Perfect combination.
Yes, it was.
6,
Like I told you, Jerry, he's a true fighter.
Are you okay? Hands up in the air.
Linares
Walk
looks
to me.
so sharp tonight, guys.
He delivered some truly memorable victories against notable opponents at the time, including the likes of Kevin Mitchell, Anthony Crawler twice, Luke Campbell, and Gesta, winning the WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine lightweight titles. Linares would then get his big fight opportunity against former pound-for-pound #1 Vasyl Lomachenko, who at the time was chasing to be the fastest 3-weight world champion in history. In the fight itself, it was clear the movement of Lomachenko was becoming an issue for Linares. However, the Venezuelan was patient and waited for the right moment to strike. Surprising everyone, he knocked down Lomachenko in the 6th round, something no one saw coming.
Linares is a damn good fighter, man. He's a very good fighter.
However, it wasn't to be for Linares, as the pressure and the bodywork eventually got to him, and Loma won with a perfectly placed liver shot to win the fight by TKO in the 10th round. The streak was finally over for Linares, but he was not ready to give up just yet. Linares would then try his hand at 140 pounds, starting it off well with a brilliant knockout. However, he would once again meet another heavy punching Mexican in New York in his next fight, suffering another first round knockout. And as you could probably guess by now, Jorge is certainly not a quitter, and would get the opportunity once again for a world title against the WBC lightweight champion at the time, Devin Haney. With the fight being touted youth versus experience, the outboxer versus the boxer puncher. There was glimpses of brilliance from Linares in this fight, and even hurting Haney at one point, making him have chicken legs.
His bag of tricks. Oh, he was wobbling! Devin Haney wobbles back to his corner!
However, he just didn't seem to have enough in the tank left for the later rounds to try go for the finish against the more inexperienced Haney. And at that point, it was probably Haney's toughest test, but it wasn't enough for victory. Just like a true warrior, Jorge would battle on for a few more years, suffering 3 more defeats, finishing off with Jack Catterall at 38 years old, showing glimpses of his beautiful offense, but his vulnerability was still there too, and calling it a day after this fight.
The important thing tonight was finish like by decision, no matter what I lose or not. I'm super happy. I lose the fight, but I'm going super happy to my place, to my room, to my country. And the only thing what I wanna see, thank you to everybody. And no more boxing for me. I don't need to fight anymore, so I'm super happy.
I truly admire Jorge for experiencing the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows. He transitioned through various weight classes, securing world titles in 3 divisions, while having to battle against significant setbacks, which a lot of fighters would never come back from. But what I love about his career is that he never gave up. I always felt he strived to bounce back and reincarnate as a better fighter. Sure, Linares lost many fights, but in a way, that's why I enjoyed watching him. He was human. I could relate to him due to the number of setbacks he had, while he always chose to move forward. The fact he kept choosing to fight on despite his flaws and so many people writing him off all the time. The Golden Boy would always battle it out with the best in the business, and it's a testament to his character. In terms of Linares' boxing style, I believe he typifies the perfect boxer-puncher. He's honed his boxing skills and technique alongside his fighting spirit, constantly give it his all in the ring. And I find it very interesting that Ismael Salas described him as the following. Linares is boxing, attack, defense and counter. When he hits you, you feel it. He can be a one-punch knockout guy, or he can be all night long hitting you. I have done more than 120 world title fights, and the last fight with Linares was the first one I didn't have to say a word in the corner. But let's identify some of the key elements that make his offensive style so entertaining to watch. Just like other top fighters, Linares possesses an excellent left jab. While in the ring, Linares often doubled up his jab, initially to occupy the guard and then using a second jab to target the body, and vice versa. while his jab was a perfect avenue to set up his dangerous combination punching. Typically, he'd like to throw his right hand behind it, followed by a left hook, but I'll talk about his combination more in depth in a second. The other ways he would use his jab was just simply probing it out, sometimes to draw out a jab from his opponent so he could counter over the top, or just to intelligently apply pressure with it, while Linares also liked to use it as a feinting tool, offensively and even defensively, to keep opponents off him. However, in terms of a negative, he would sometimes pull back his jab, leaving himself open for counters himself. Now, one of the most striking aspects of Linares' style is obviously his combination punching. It's truly a thing of beauty for me, and especially when he finds his rhythm and unleashes a furious attack flurry. Linares typically deploys combination punching after his opponent has missed with their own jab or thrown a right hand, taking the opportunity to attack with a quick flurry. And he was extremely gifted at firing back with 3 to 4 punches to keep his opponents at bay. Quite often, you would see him throw a jab, right hand, left hook to the liver. And I can't help but be reminded of Alexis Arguello in the way he would try to set up his left hand. I also find it very similar to the way Naoya Inoue also sets up his body punches too.
Here you see the body punches I was mentioning earlier that Linares is landing. Even though we're looking at the head punches, he's landing a lot of well-placed body shots also in between.
While another intelligent combo Linares would throw was a jab, slap left hook, right cross, which he intelligently used by using a level change by going to the body before quickly coming up top. And it was a great move to momentarily open up the guard for the right cross. And then, when he would get into distance, he would throw hooks to the body and then going up top again.
1-2 in the body, goes upstairs with a quick hook.
And what sets his combinations apart is just his ability to seamlessly transition from head to body for me, utilising various angled hooks, uppercuts and straight shots. And this skill just showcases his ability to execute these combinations masterfully. And as I mentioned earlier, I can't help but think about the work Tanaka did with him when he was younger, which overall really helped to develop his combination punching. One of Linares' signature moves was his straight right hand or right cross, which has knocked down multiple opponents during his career. Notably, he landed a significant right hand on Vasyl Lomachenko, sending him to the canvas for the first time in their 2018 fight. While he's also countered many other opponents with the right hand and even knocking them out with this punch, making it one of his most dangerous punches in his arsenal.
Right hand that drops Terry!
And as I mentioned before, Jorge would also follow up the right hand with a left hook, a punch that has been a constant presence in his boxing repertoire. As he was a fighter that clearly understood the natural transfer of weight after throwing the right cross or left hook, he knew the follow-up punch would be an opportunity to land again. Even if he didn't punch cleanly or connect, it was still an opportunity to continue his attack. While the counter left hook was also part of his arsenal.
Perfect left hook.
But it was his lead left uppercut or shovel hook which really stood out for me. While it really helped to mix up his attacks and surprise his opponent. And it was a great way for Linares to split through the guard so he could create an opening. And it's a move you don't commonly see, but Linares perfected this, usually throwing it with precision and fantastic timing. Although Linares isn't renowned for his defense, he possessed excellent defensive attributes to aid him in the ring. Linares typically fought from a mid to close range, applying pressure, and his footwork was a crucial way of avoiding a lot of trouble, and it helped him to restart attacks as well. For the most part, he was always constantly shuffling forward, looking to slip off the centre line, making sure to use lots of feints alongside it. And due to the offensive threat and quick combinations he could throw at any moment, this in itself was a defense. His opponents didn't want to get caught out by one of his quick combinations or counter punches. And although Linares did get hurt at times, he did show good economical movements when in the ring. For example, Linares' head movement and defensive waist movement are aspects often underrated in his defense. And although there has been moments when he's been caught due to lapses, likely stemming off his offensive mindset, however, I feel once he started working with Ismael Salas, we saw improved defense, in particular with his footwork and upper body movement, looking to box on the outside, using good lateral and linear footwork, not always looking to be the aggressor. For example, Salas famously used that broomstick method in his training to incorporate all different types of defense, including blocks, parries, slips, or even using footwork, all necessary skills to have and use in different scenarios. And of course, this helped with his counterpunching.
There it is. Oh, got him again. Morales down again.
Final defining characteristic as a fighter is his rhythm. Watching Linares fight in his prime is a treat for me, as he masterfully changed his rhythm throughout the bout, forcing his opponents to second guess his next move, and his ability to manipulate the pace of the fight was a significant factor in his success. As the great Sugar Ray Robinson said, rhythm is everything in boxing, and for me, Linares personifies this by being in control of his rhythm and using it to his advantage, whether that using his footwork, using upper body movement to slip and dodge punches, feinting with the lead hand, setting up counters, or using his combination punching to change the flow of the fight out of nowhere. It just made him such a beautiful fighter to watch, regardless if he won or lost.
You know, I don't normally say this, but this seems to be one of the most fantastic boxers I have ever saw in my life. Just the first three, I cannot believe the balance, precision punching, the in and out, the hand position. It's like a well-oiled machine. And
for me, Jorge Linares is not just a fighter. He's a symbol of resilience and unwavering determination. And his journey in the world of boxing has been a bit of a roller coaster at times, filled with huge highs and crushing lows. And I, for one, have always admired his tenacity and spirit to bounce back. For me, he possesses all the talent and skill one could desire in a boxer, combined with the heart of a fighter, making him a captivating and enjoyable fighter to watch over the years. And I want to thank Jorge Linares for sharing his incredible talent and heart with us over the years. As a fan, I'm truly grateful for some of those unforgettable moments he's given us in the ring. I highly recommend you go back and watch some of Linares' fights if you want to enhance your offensive skill set in boxing, especially to see how he sets up his beautiful combination punches. As his trainer Salas said, Linares is boxing. He has all the elements of what this sport is, both the highs and the lows. Finally, thank you Jorge Linares. Your legacy will continue to inspire countless of fighters and fans alike. And thank you for your dedication and your spirit to always try and bounce back. This has been Jamie from Boxing Life. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Jorge Linares. Was there a particular fight you enjoyed going back to watch? I'd love to know. As always guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.